Love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile.
Hey there, it's Valentine's Day today, and in the spirit of Valentine's, we've decided to bring you a video about love. Love is a beautiful thing, and as we have said over and over again, football is the beautiful game. So what do you get when you bring these two undeniably beautiful things together? Surely an extremely beautiful video. Are you ready for this beauty? Let's look at 7 most beautiful and most interesting love stories of football stars. Number 1. Kevin De Bruyne. We start with the current PFA Players Player of the Year. Kevin De Bruyne has not always had luck with love, with his ex cheating on him with Belgian teammate Thibaut Courtois. But it just seems like his current partner was sent from heaven especially for him. The City midfielder has had a lot to say about how much Michelle has helped him grow and how much of his success he owes to her. But if you think all this is beautiful, check out how these two met. It was back when the Belgian was plying his trade in Germany. Apparently Michelle, a beautiful supermodel, liked Kevin's tweet. His friend noticed it and immediately encouraged him to slide into the ladies' DMs, but De Bruyne was too shy and didn't believe the model would reply to him. No, come on, people don't like me, they don't get me, she won't respond. That's what the football star said to his friend. So his friend took matters into his own hands and slid into Michelle's DMs on behalf of his single mate. And guess what? She replied. From there, the Belgian took over and the pair got to know each other, and the rest, as they say, is history. Fast forward to the present, and the couple who got married in June 2017 now have 3 kids together. And Kevin himself insists that Michelle absolutely changed his life. Number 2. Cesc Fabregas. Okay, let's start here. There is a 12-year age gap between Cesc Fabregas and his wife, Daniela Seyman. And no, Cesc is not the older one as you may be inclined to think. His wife is. And do you want to know how they met? She approached him. Oh yes, so here's the story. Daniela was married before Fabregas and she had 2 kids from that marriage. So one day, Daniela and her son, who's a huge football fan by the way, found themselves in the same restaurant as Fabregas. So according to Daniela, she approached the former Arsenal man to get his autograph for her son, and from there, they exchanged numbers and started talking. However, some other sources insisted that Daniela sighted Cesc at the restaurant and walked up to him with a handwritten note which had her number written on it. Either way, she approached him. But it wasn't just smooth from there. The two really had to fight for their love because when they started talking, Daniela was still married. Oh yes, she was. But she knew she and Cesc were meant to be together and started filing for a divorce from her then husband. It did get pretty messy in court. Tatouk, Daniela's ex-husband, was ordered to sell the home they shared, and when he listed it, Fabregas made a bid for it through one of his companies. Tatouk rejected it at first, but Cesc and Daniela eventually won in court in 2013, and the house was sold, which made her £1.4 million richer. In 2017, the former Barca man proposed to the love of his life and they tied the knot in 2018. Since then, the couple have had 3 kids together and seem to be getting stronger every day. Phew, that was a really spicy one, wasn't it? Number 3. David Neres. Shakhtar Donetsk forward David Neres is a 24-year-old, so how do you reckon he met his girlfriend? Of course, Instagram. He was captivated by pictures of German model Kira Winona on Instagram and just slid straight into her DMs. And the first message he sent her was totally unbelievable, a message that you would have expected from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, not David Neres. He literally just hit her with, "I am David Neres, come to me." And believe it or not, that was more than enough for him to get a first date. You might argue that it was the fame and wealth that made that arrogant line work on the supermodel, but David insisted that it was just the fact that German ladies have an affinity for Brazilian men. Anyway, they've been dating for some years now, and the pair welcomed their first child together in 2020. Number 4. Sergio Ramos. PSG's centre-back Sergio Ramos might be a hard man on the pitch, but he really is a soft guy when it comes to love. He is married to Spanish TV presenter Pilar Rubio, and the story of how they met will really warm your heart. The former Real Madrid captain publicly admitted that he dreamed of his wife 3 different times before they even had a chance to chat. Being a reporter and TV presenter, her face was popular all around Spain, so he had seen her a couple of times. But even though he was already famous, he was a little scared to approach her, and when Ramos finally summoned up courage to shoot her a message, he said that he had no hopes of getting a text back. Well, maybe because he was 8 years younger than her, we can't say for sure. But of course, Rubio eventually texted back and they hit it off from there. The couple started dating in September 2012 and they went public with their relationship at the FIFA Ballon d'Or ceremony in 2012. The two lovebirds got engaged in July 2018 and they're married in June 2019. They have 4 kids together. Number 5. Alvaro Morata. So this is another case of a footballer sliding into a model's DMs on Instagram, but this didn't go half as smoothly as it went with David Neres and his boo. In this case, the Spanish forward sent messages to an Italian model, Alice Campello, but guess what? She ignored the messages. Morata was already playing for Juventus at the time, so he was already a superstar, but that didn't move Alice one bit. Alvaro was so interested in her that he asked around if anyone he knew her personally and could introduce them, but unfortunately for him, they had no mutual friends at the time. Anyway, after some time, luck came on his side, and Alice finally replied to his DMs. They soon had their first date, and Alice said that from that very day, she saw how serious he was. Recounting how they started dating, Alice said, 2 weeks after our first date, he drove 8 hours to meet my family and returned to Turin very late, even though he had to train early the next day. The pair officially started dating in 2016, and by the end of the year, he had asked her to marry him. The couple tied the knot in Venice in the summer of 2017 and have since had 3 kids together. Number 6. Lionel Messi. Of course, you all know that Messi is married to his childhood sweetheart and has 3 sons with her. And when we say childhood, we really do mean childhood. Messi has known Antonella since he was 5 years old. She is the cousin of his childhood best friend and fellow footballer Lucas Scalia. But the two natives of Rosario didn't start dating until 2008 when Messi was 21 years old. At first they kept their relationship under wraps, but they eventually went public with it in 2009. They dated for 9 years before finally deciding to tie the knot in 2017. And although they both lived in Spain at the time, they decided to go to their hometown Rosario, Santa Fe, Argentina to get married. The couple have 3 sons together and Messi skips training each time to be present for their births. Who doesn't love a childhood love story? Number 7. Gerard Piqué. If there has ever been a love story that was written in the stars, it is the one that Piqué and Shakira have. Where do we even start with these two? Okay, first of all, they share the same birthday, and they prove that age is nothing but a number, as Shakira is exactly 10 years older than her partner. How did they meet? You probably already know the story by now because it has been said over and over again, but it is such a sweet story, so we absolutely don't mind repeating it here. The couple first met during the video shoot for Waka Waka, the official song for the 2010 World Cup, which was performed by Shakira. Piqué featured in the video. According to the superstar Colombian singer, when Piqué first met her before the World Cup kicked off, he made a very bold statement to her. Knowing that she was going to be performing at the closing ceremony of the tournament, he said, "I am going to win this World Cup so I can see you at the finals." Of course, you know what happened at the 2010 World Cup. Who the hell says love cannot motivate you to do the extraordinary? The two officially started dating some months after they met again at the World Cup final, and they've been going strong ever since. They have 2 kids together now, but they are still not married. Oh yes, they have been dating for more than a decade now and have still not tied the knot. The reason? Simple. Shakira publicly admitted that marriage scares the shit out of her. She said that she doesn't want her boyfriend to see her as a wife. She wants him to always see her as his girlfriend, his lover. According to her, it's a bit like forbidden fruit. So these are the 7 spiciest, most interesting, and most beautiful love stories of football stars.